The good guys watched these videos. The good guys watched your TikTok. The good guy said, oh, really? You think you're going to pull one over on me like that? I don't think so. I'm not spending cash on you on date one anymore. The good guy said, oh, really? You're going to trash? Okay, never mind. Cancel. Right? They don't want it anymore. What's in it for them? What is in it for them? So these are the same women that will complain and cry and moan and all of that stuff that where have all the good guys gone? And they will have no acknowledgement. And I say this all the time. How and when is the mass delete going to happen? Because eventually these 20-somethings are going to be 30-something and they're going to be wanting to get picked. And they're going to be like, oh my God, how do I delete? Listen, you're not going to be able to delete it all because people like me take it and clip it into the shows.
This is just your daily reminder that every man is a loser until proven otherwise. Have a great Monday.
When you look at these videos and then you see a whole bunch of videos from women saying guys aren't coming up to women anymore. I don't know what's happening. I'm hot and all my friends are hot and guys aren't coming up to us anymore. What is going on? Are you guys just not ballsy enough? What is wrong with you? What's wrong with them? They're seeing video after video after video of you calling them a loser on second one, man-hating, being obnoxious and entitled, being a total nag. Why would they come up to you?
Do women really like bad guys?
Man, I think about it sometimes and I'm like, my life would be so much easier if I just liked nice guys, right? If I liked guys who were honest, guys who were kind, generous, thoughtful man who's gonna bring me flowers or something, I don't know. You know, I liked guys who just went out of their way and thought about me. The bare minimum. If I just liked guys who gave me the bare minimum, that would be awesome. But I am a little bit more below than that, right? I like liars. I do. I'm gonna admit it. I like men who are men who are going to treat me like I do. I like men who are going to go out of their way to make me jealous. And then they come back and I'm like, babe, why'd you do that? I like to feel something because I'm a pretty happy person, pretty peaceful person on my own. So when I have a guy come in and up my life and make me feel something, I'm like, I love this. I love this. This is so great. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Okay, I didn't ask for this life. I didn't choose this life. This life chose me. Okay, I didn't ask my dad to leave. He just did.
Most women will be like, I want guys that don't have girls. I don't want... Liar.
What's the hottest thing a guy can do?
I'm not really into nice guys because I like boys, so I can't really think of anything nice that they can do.
My lucky day. Yeah, I'm just joking. All right, and what's the worst thing a guy can do?
I guess be nice.
Be nice.
Because sometimes if you're too nice, it gives like, it's like the ick.
Really?
You know? Because it's like, why are you so nice?
Do you like when guys like degrade you type shit? Is that what you like?
Not degrade me, but like, you know. Because I feel like if a guy is nice, that means he gets no girls. And that's like a turn off, you know what I mean?
It's not that she doesn't want to be treated well, but she wants to be treated well by a guy who she has respect for. And she doesn't respect you if you don't have options. She doesn't respect you if you don't have your finances in order. She doesn't respect you if you don't have a commanding presence. She doesn't respect you if you don't hold frame. She doesn't respect you if you don't respectfully put her in her place when she's out of line. I'm telling you, don't believe what they say, watch what they do.
Bravo, absolutely smart, king move. I can go on and on because it's almost as if men can have standards and they can actually have a problem with something that a woman might be doing in her life. And by the way, why did you leave him to figure that out? That should be something that is outwardly given as information because you should assume that most men would absolutely have a problem with this. Am I right, guys?
I would love to get married again, but now it seems like men don't want to get married anymore.
This is my place. Stop playing the victim. Stop. You stop. You stop.
All right, that's it. I'm calling the cops.
Hey.
I'm calling the cops.
This is why men don't want to get married anymore.
It's funny. It's funny. I hate you. Bro, you're a weird too. Like it's not funny.
Why are men so hesitant to commit to marriage these days?
I told you to stop texting her. I don't understand why she is the priority here.
I mean, what's a text? Did you see what the text said?
It doesn't matter what it says. You can ignore it.
I can't say happy birthday?
No, you absolutely cannot say happy birthday. Why is that impossible for you to understand?
I mean, I grew up with a girl. It's not that big of a deal.
I don't care. I do not care.
It's absurd.
If the person that you're with is asking you not to do something, but you be like, yes, I love you so much, I'm going to not do that anymore.
Excuse me. Look. You gotta be quiet. We have other customers.
Mind your business, okay?
Oh, mind my business?
Yes.
Mind my business.
Okay.
I'll get
the authorities. You come out here.
Why aren't men getting married anymore?
What?
Do you know what you did?
Yeah, I got paper plates like you asked me to.
We're not wealthy.
Yeah, that's why we're getting paper plates.
You got Dixie brand.
Okay. They were 3 for $15.
That's
They're on sale. I thought I did good.
That's $5 for 44 plates. I normally get like 100 pack for like $3.50.
Okay, they didn't have that at the dollar store.
They have.
I did the
plates.
math. Yeah. Dude, that's 11 cents a plate. That's good for Dixie.
You're acting like we hit the lottery, Jason.
Oh my gosh.
And Bounty too. You have just gone off the deep end.
The way that when men say they don't want to get married,
say those things, and I don't do anything to you that threatens your life. Guess what? You're broken up with me now, right? Stop being this fucking dramatic.
They're fucking filming us. Like, stop.
Hey, what the fuck?
When you on your purpose, a message like this just hits different.
You know you're growing as a man when you realize girls don't excite you no more. And not in a way to where it's like you're not attracted to them, but to the point where it's like you're lusting or you're just looking at their body or you're thinking of the next body you're getting. Like, once you are not interested in that anymore, you realize you've grown. Like, I'll hear certain conversation like, she's fat, or like, I'm trying to get in now, or I'm trying to it's like, nah, bro. It's like, I'm so past that now. And it's crazy because I used to be that person to really be interested in that, to really be like, you know, interested in just cracking all the joints I can and just filling that void that was never going to get filled. And now I'm just at a point where it's like, I don't really care. If it's not something I'm actually building, like, what are we talking about? Like, I could be making money right now. I could be having ideas. I could be working right now. Like, that's where my brain is currently. I'm trying to build an empire. Like, certain things just don't
big facts
get me going anymore, and that's just one of them.
Yo, this is big facts. Like, as someone that's on his purpose, on his journey, I'm trying to build that empire, and I'm literally working like 10-hour days, 7 days straight. And this is just me personally, but when it comes to women, especially the state of dating and all that, you don't even think about like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the chance of you finding someone that's dope, they're out there, but it's just not worth your time. You're better off just building what you got to build and getting yourself right, getting your family right, doing what you got to do. Once your empire is built, we already know how this thing go. You know what I'm saying? Most shorties wait at the finish line. So for you, once your empire is built and you're established and where you want to be, you have your pick of the litter as a man. You get to pick who you want. All the options will be up to you. And then you can run game because you can provide a lifestyle that a lot of people can't provide once you got your empire. Exactly like he said too, it doesn't even excite me no more, like, or anything. Like, when you're on your purpose, you're not excited by the chase. There's no chase. There was always pursuit, but nowadays dating is at its worst and it's not worth it. It's all about, if I'm not getting money, or if it's not helping me build or doing what I gotta do, yo, I don't even want it. You know, same could be said about your circle that maybe you had, of friends that just are doing that you don't want to do no more. Like, if it ain't making me bread or serving me the right way, that gotta go.
As a man with a lot of girlfriends, the two most common complaints I hear from my single friends is, one, that apps have ruined dating because guys never go up to girls anymore to ask them out, which they think is cool if guys have the confidence to go up to them. And the number two thing that they complain about is that it's creepy when guys go up to them because they're just trying to have a fun night with their girlfriends out at the bar. So do with that information what you will, and good luck in the dating world.
A lot of the reason why men are now saying, I'm not going to open your car door, and I'm not going to pay your bill, and I'm not going to do, is because you spent, ladies, years now, thanks to feminism, thanks to the indoctrination, thanks to I don't need a man, all this crap that you swallowed and then regurgitated like a dumb parrot. You spent years basically training these guys out of what was their natural instinct and saying, I don't need you to do these things for me. I don't need you to open the door for me. I can do it myself. I don't need you to pay the bill. I have my own money. I'm an independent woman. I don't need you to do any of this stuff. I don't need a man. Right? And now that you said all that to the guys and they internalized it and they said, oh, really? Okay, well, I'm tired of hearing this. So you know what? Pay your own bill or split the bill or whatever, or I'm not going to be opening your door or whatever. Now you're like, where's all the gentlemen? Do you want to be a woman? Are you trying to be in the woman's role?
You know, one thing that modern women are able to do, and they're able to do it well, is embarrass a man. But even that, after a while, embarrassment, you know, the embarrassment kind of wears off. But the disrespect is what keeps on going. You can tell a joke and somebody be kind of embarrassed by it. It's like, oh, okay, you know, she trying to, you know, kind of pick at me a little bit. So there's different situations where you can kind of embarrass your man, but then there's also situations to where, you know, you act a fool with your man, and now you start to all out disrespect him. Now you're intentionally trying to bring him down. Now you're intentionally trying to one up him and tell him how superior you are. It might be directly to his face, but that's only, a lot of times, that's only when y'all get a man, another man. Oh, you know, you wasn't never this and you wasn't never that, and I'm leaving. Y'all wait to say that nonsense when you're about to leave. A lot of times y'all do it subtly. Oh, well, this, yada, yada, yada. And you say things kind of like underneath your breath or to your friends and stuff like that. And when I get around your friends and family gatherings, then all of a sudden people looking at me sideways and I'm not sure why. And you're not telling me why either. That's what y'all do. And then after, and after all that happens, a man is like, okay, I'm just done with it. And that's why you see a lot of men checking out. That's why you see a lot of men leaving. Just don't come around me. Don't bother me. Leave me alone. I'm tired of you doing this stupid stuff and then turning around and acting like I'm the problem.
Women are way more selfish than men. Men do things for others. Women do things for themselves. And if a woman tells you she's doing it for her children, always look at a woman's actions, not her words. Don't believe a woman's words. Believe her actions. Because you can see if she's doing it for her children. If a woman says she's doing it for her children, she's not. She has to actually be doing it, not saying it. A woman who actually believes in something won't have to say it to prove it. She can just do it. That's the beauty of being a woman, right? You get to pick and choose when you are actually serious. So that's really what I wanted to get at. I wanted to explain the perspective of how men selflessly built this world for selfish women. And we took this power of men doing everything for us, and now we're just like, double it. Because it's not like we're bored. We are bored, and we're creating more problems because we're bored. We've solved all of our problems.
What's your ideal first date?
I think it would be like a rooftop nice restaurant at the beach. I think like a nice dinner. Like a nice
gym date.
She's valid.
She's valid. What do you guys think if like you and this guy met on the gram wherever, and he's like, yo, I would love to go get coffee with you Sunday morning. First date, that's the date.
I don't know. My first date. If you want to get to know him like that, like, I don't know. I mean, up to you. I just want to go to like a nice restaurant. Like, I'm a high class. Coffee's like $5.
Problem with the money.
No, it's not that, but it's like if you get him used to like, hey, let's just go to coffees and be like, oh, she's the kind of girl who's okay with.
He's getting to know you.
You don't want to know me bad enough if you want to see if you'll get a $5 coffee.
But I don't want to get to know you bad enough because they just want to have a conversation with you.
Okay, so if the coffee is $100 because they just had a collab with The Weeknd, he just dropped coffee, and now the coffee's $100.
Okay.
Then probably, yeah.
Ain't no way.
Wait, what if y'all wanted to go get matching tattoos?
Wait, why are you hard, bro?
I'm not hard. Weird gang.
Gang, go over there.
What are you doing?
What is that?
I'll be honest, man. When men and women aren't equal. I'm sorry if that hurts your little stupid ears. We're not equal. Because equal means the word same. We're not the same. In fact, that's my favorite thing about a woman, is that she's not a dude. Quit pretending we're the same. I don't walk around, I could have a baby if they'd let me. I can't. People try to make it like, we're equal, I want it to be equalized. No, you don't. When any one of you got a babysitter tonight, how many of you picked a dude? None of you. Not because you're sexist, but because you're not dumb. Because the baby would fall off the balcony and you'd be like, why was the baby on the balcony? He's like, I don't know, I came out to smoke. And you're like,
pay attention to this video.
I don't think women are built to deal with men's emotions.
But I handle yours.
Sometimes.
Sometimes? What do you mean?
I'm not saying you don't listen. That's not what I'm saying. A man is very afraid to share all of his emotions with his wife because there is a cost to it.
How so? What
if
cost?
I tell you that I'm scared or I'm nervous or something in the business has me shook, In the moment, you might be like, hey, that's okay. But deep down inside, there's a part of you that starts to feel unsafe. And that shows up in different ways. It'll start to show up in the lack of connection. It'll start to show up in going to old patterns because you're trying to protect yourself. Sometimes I'm afraid to tell you if there's financial issues or the business isn't running the way it could be, because if I create scarcity or fear in you, then I also have to clear that up. It creates more work for me.
Yeah.
So sometimes I would rather not say anything at all. And this is why so many men just choose not to talk.
Oh man, here come all the bipolar, emotionally unstable women coming in my comments because of my previous post. I said what I said. Women are some of the biggest hypocrites. For example, there was a guy not too long ago on social media. He got custody of his 3 kids, right? And he posted a video online of him asking his baby mama for help. And she was like, no, you took me to court. You got them, so you handle them. All the women in the comments was like, that's right, girl. F them kids. Live your life. Not one of them was calling her a deadbeat. Not one of them was calling her names. They was telling her to go live her life. See, y'all are the ones that God had to unalive in that flood back in the day. Y'all are not conducive to the progression of this society. Y'all was reprobate back then, and y'all are still reprobate today. The difference is, he gonna use fire instead of flood this time.
Because all I do is care for our family, bust my off every day, but I don't get a thank you or nothing. I don't get anything. All these dishes, all the cleaning, all the extra work that I do, nothing. Because it's not your way. You control every situation in our lives. And I am fed up and done.
Sounds like an unappreciative man. Instead of recording, you should have been trying to console him. Baby, men like to be appreciated and feel loved too. In relationships, it's a two-way street. So stop always taking and not giving. Don't be like these internet blockheads and lose your relationship. Girl, go in there and check on your man, because he sound like he been complaining about this shit for a long time and you still on that bullshit. So go handle your business, baby girl.
A good man isn't soft. He is not convenient, and he sure is not always available for you. A real good man has discipline, he has boundaries, and he has priorities of his own that do not shift based on her mood. And guess what? He's not bending his values just because she's upset.
That's exactly what I was
thinking. A good man is not
thinking.
controlling. He creates the order. He doesn't want chaos, arguments, or drama. He wants respect, clarity, and peace.
Yeah.
And this is where women get it confused. When she's never met a mature man, she will mislabel everything. She'll call him cold because he doesn't
Narcissist.
tolerate any nonsense.
Yeah.
She'll call him selfish because he takes care of himself. And she'll call him narcissistic because he refuses to beg for approval.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not selfishness. That is maturity. A man who refuses to be drained, used, or manipulated. Good men do not move from insecurity. They move from conviction. They will not ever chase drama. They do not chase attention. And they sure as don't chase validation from women. They build, they lead, and provide structure. And here's a harsh truth. Most women aren't even ready for the responsibility that comes with being with a good man.
Right.
Because a good man isn't an emotional roller coaster. He is not unpredictable, and it's not a game. He is stable, extremely consistent, and has direction.
Right.
And for women addicted to chaos, wounded by the past relationships that they were in, or raised by dysfunction, stability feels boring until she loses it. A good man requires partnership. He requires respect and requires a woman who is emotionally regulated, not reckless with her emotions. That's why so many men get mislabeled. It's why mature men get misunderstood. But stay solid, because good men do not bend, they build, and the right woman will rise to meet with him.
Girls always be asking, do guys have icks? Do guys have icks? Wait, what do guys say? Seeing you run. And it's not even like it's an ick, but it's like, I'm worried about you. Why are you this slow? Why? You don't have nothing in the tank. You can't get angry and just run a little bit faster. What if somebody was chasing you? Oh my. I'm getting mad thinking about it. Like, oh. And then some girls can't jump. Whoa. Okay. But yeah, it kind of doesn't make sense. So that's when, like, if your boyfriend is asking you to like hit the gym randomly out of nowhere after you guys did a TikTok trend running, he's scared for you, worried, and you gave him the ick. Now you know.
Who do you think is more complicated, men or women?
Women.
It's about time. Finally, y'all admit it.
Because we're smart.
You're smart.
You guys aren't smart enough to be complicated.
Wouldn't the smart thing to not be complicated?
If you're stupid, you're super simple, no?
Isn't simple usually better?
No.
How, Sway?
You don't like complexity? No, you don't like complexity, you like simplicity.
If things are too complicated, then it's like you're just making your life harder. Why not make things simple? Life's already hard.
Do you hate women?
No, wait, whoa. No. What makes you think that?
Well, you like simplicity more, no? Are you?
But I know I'm not, because I'm the most nice nigga of all the nice niggas in the whole universe.
And you know, you have to really meet women, these modern women, where they are, because they'll sit up in your face and they'll lie to you. Oh no, it's not about the money, it's about the principle. I want to be taken to a nice dinner. I'm not that type of woman. I'm high class. What makes you high class? What are you doing that makes you high class? And if a man can be the judge of that. I get to be the judge of that. Y'all don't want to give men any type of room or leeway to say, I know she likes me, or I know that she's trying to judge and see if I might be the one for her, but I'm not quite sure that she's the one for me. I'm not 100% sure of that. Y'all don't want to hear that. We're the prize. We don't think that men just come up here and they just give money. That's all they need to be doing. Right? And if there's something where, like he said, there's a collab with The Weeknd or any type of celebrity, and now the coffee's $100. Okay, yeah, we can go and get that. If it's expensive, that's only validating that I think that I'm expensive. Essentially, like you're instead of coming and trying to get to know somebody, you're negotiating. Well, if he gets used to that, I didn't say I got used to anything. Number one. Number two, just like you're communicating now, you could easily tell me, why don't we go here to this restaurant? And if he doesn't want to do it, maybe that's not the man for you. But even if you didn't want to go get coffee, why don't you go to a restaurant that's not as expensive, that's not going to break the bank? Why don't you do that? These modern women be acting like they living in mansions or something like that, man. You stay in a 1-bedroom apartment.
The good guys watched these videos. The good guys watched your TikTok. The good guy said, oh, really? You think you're going to pull one over on me like that? I don't think so. I'm not spending cash on you on date one anymore. The good guy said, oh, really? You're going to trash? Okay, never mind. Cancel. Right? They don't want it anymore. What's in it for them? What is in it for them? So these are the same women that will complain and cry and moan and all of that stuff that where have all the good guys gone? And they will have no acknowledgement. And I say this all the time. How and when is the mass delete going to happen? Because eventually these 20-somethings are going to be 30-something and they're going to be wanting to get picked. And they're going to be like, oh my God, how do I delete? Listen, you're not going to be able to delete it all because people like me take it and clip it into the shows.
The reason why you don't hear about healthy relationships anymore is because of the fact that those of us in healthy relationships ain't got to say to y'all. Because anytime we tell you what we do for our husband or what our husband does for us, y'all look for any reason to try to come up with some type of excuse or some type of narrative that we're being controlled or that we're not really happy or I would never do that. Is exactly why you're miserable, still single, and exactly why no matter who you try to date or what you try to date, you still end up unhappy because you have this long list of what you feel like is supposed to come from a relationship. I can't remember the last time that I did laundry, but I will be out here taking the trash out because I don't give a I would rather take the trash out than to be downstairs doing laundry. You take the trash out, you're a woman. You shouldn't be taking out the trash. That's a man's job. Your man does the laundry. You should be doing that. You're the woman. It just so happens that what he doesn't like to do, I don't mind doing. What I don't like to do, he doesn't mind doing. Like, y'all are weird. My husband cooks probably most of the time. My husband taught me how to cook because I didn't know how to cook. I didn't know how to season. And when he gets done cooking, I serve him his plate. I serve him And then once he's done eating, he gets up and leaves, and I take his plate and I go there and I clean the kitchen. The reason why we don't be talking about how good our relationship is or how healthy it is because y'all's little toxic asses be coming in there trying to say something crazy, yet y'all are the single ones. Make that make sense.
I almost lost my husband for the lack of respect that I showed him in our relationship. I grew up around women who I believed were not respectful towards men. They got loud, always were fighting. And for me, I always said I would never do that to my spouse. When I got married to Vincent, I worked very hard to make sure I never did those things. And in my mind, that correlated as I respect him. And it wasn't until we kept arguing and we kept fighting. And the one thing that he would bring up and say, you don't respect me. And in my mind, I'm like, but I do respect you. Like, I thank him for his grace and his patience with me as I have learned, and I am still learning what respect looked like. But as a woman, I've also learned that we can't come into a relationship with a man and do it based on even what we feel like we've healed from or what we've learned from past relationships. We have to really take the time to listen to that man, to truly understand what he desires and what his image of something is, instead of taking it offensively as, well, what we do is not good enough. A lot of men who are emotionally intelligent know what they want. They just have to feel and understand that we come from a humble place and we care about learning what something looks like to them. And if that man truly sees you as his purpose partner, he will be empathetic to the skills that you have not yet attained, and he will help cultivate you and grow into the woman that you and he desires.
The owner of Walmart is super eccentric, approaches you and just really likes you for some reason. And they say, I want you to drop out of college, forget your career plans, but I'll pay you $1 million per year. That's a lot. Honestly, I'd be surprised if, no offense, I'd be surprised even if you're at your peak, any of you ever even end up making $1 million in a year. No offense, don't take it the wrong way. All he wants you to do is be a door greeter. You just greet people at the door. Welcome to Walmart. You get paid $1 million a year. You can pursue any kind of romantic relationship you want, and you get to work. Do you take that trade?
To be honest, I'm sorry, still no, and that's
Still
not
no.
because of my relationship ideals, it's because of fundamentally who I am. If I am a door greeter, I consistently crave change, adaptability, adventure, and naturally I fall into I'd fall into a crazy depression.
What about you? You take the deal?
No.
Don't take the deal. Does it change if we up the price? 10 mil?
No, not the price.
Doesn't matter.
No.
10 mil?
No.
Interesting. Okay. Why?
Like, I'm genuinely really interested in psychology, and I want to do that. Like, I want to help people, and
I have a pitch for you. You can psychoanalyze the people as they come into Walmart. A lot of characters in Walmart. Here's my couch. Sit down. You can do some Freud. Nope. Okay. Do you take the deal?
Oh man, maybe.
You take the deal. The Walmart deal.
I don't think so. Honestly.
You can't do your little car thing, your clothes thing.
I don't think so. To me, it's more about the freedom of choice. No, I wouldn't.
You don't take it.
I wouldn't take it because I'll be making more than $1 million a year.
I was gonna tell you, so I guess I will. Your man is not telling you about your nasty attitude because he don't feel like arguing with you. He's tired of going back and forth with you about your attitude and how nasty you are to not just him, but the kids and the other women that he see you do it with as well. I don't even feel comfortable telling you how nasty you are. A lot of y'all men are actually afraid of you, and you don't even see it. That's the funny part about it. You don't see that he doesn't tell you about you, or he doesn't argue back and forth with you. And then you try to write it off as, oh, he's just nonchalant. He just doesn't care. Nah, He cares, but he also know that you the type of woman nobody can tell nothing to. And he still love you, of course. You the mother of his kids, or whatever the case may be. The meow down there, keep him dealing with it. Whatever the issue may be. But I triple dog dare you vulnerably to ask him, what do you think about me? Am I kind? If there's an issue, do you feel comfortable coming to me and telling me? Do you think I'm the reason I don't have friends? Oh, you don't want to ask your man that. You want to ask him other questions that has nothing to do with it. You want to ask him about your outfit. You want to ask him about your teeth, your smile, your body. Do you think I'm getting fat? All these other kind of things that do not matter if your heart is not right. If he don't feel comfortable talking to you, being vulnerable with you, and correcting you, then there's no point in having him in your life. I hope this helps. Have a great day. Bye.
I need water! Hello. Hi, they're saying that they want you off of their aircraft.
Can I have some water? I thought you guys were going to bring me some water.
No. So if you do not get off the plane, we are going to deboard the entire plane, and we will pull you off of the plane.
You're gonna pull the... Stay calm.
Sorry,
I'll wait here for the water. I'll just keep coloring.
Okay. Can we deboard the plane, please?
They don't want me on this aircraft.
Yeah. Let's just talk
because
about
I'm tall, because I'm white, because I'm black.
What?
Everyone on this plane, remember, I will be the first U.S. female president in the United States of the...
Here, come over here.
Hey, can we walk and talk?
Stop. Put your hands behind your back.
Why aren't you arresting me? Are you serious?
What's right here? No! Trying to get tased. Get on the f***ing ground right now.
I want to call my husband!
What in the actual fuck?
If I mentioned to a man that I had planned on buying a Chanel bag, and I wouldn't even mention that in the first place, but if I mentioned that to him, and the next day he messages me asking me, did you get your Chanel bag? I don't know what it is about that, but I would not respond to that. Like, that kind of disgusts me. That's kind of disgusting to me. I would not respond to that. I might block him.
So basically, you're dry begging. That's what you're doing. That is literally what dry begging means. You ask for something without asking for something. And you're trying to pass it off as this is just something icky about it. No, you are just what is considered a dry beggar. That's the same as a girl calling you talking about she don't know how she gonna pay her rent or how she gonna pay her light bill because she's hoping that you're going to offer it up. Why don't you just say, this is how I would dry beg if I was ever in this situation? That's how you should title the video. And for all you people out there who've never heard of dry begging, this is what it is. Someone is asking you for something without asking for something, and then got the nerve to get mad at the man because he didn't give it to her. And she never said it was her man. She just said a man. So this is just some guy that she met. She's about to buy a bag. He didn't ask her about it because apparently this must be important to her because she brought it up for no reason, and then she wants to block him. That's like me bringing up, hey, I'm going to be buying a new car. You call me the next day and say, hey, did you get your new car? And I just stop responding to you and I block you. You see how silly that sounds? Well, that's how silly you sound, because this is absolutely ridiculous. I do not know where this lady lives, but my advice to her is you better start researching those local pet stores in your area, because as long as you got a mentality like this or a mindset like this, you're gonna need one at some point. So you better start figuring out which one you want, what kind of food you're gonna need. Maybe you want a goldfish, a cat, dog, a iguana, a snake. I have no idea which pet you're gonna choose, but this is the time you want to start researching it. I'm just trying to help you out, lady. That's all I'm doing.
So let's nip this man versus bear conversation in the bud right now. The question is, would you rather be in the forest alone with a man or a bear? Not a or a bear. What percentage of men do y'all think are rapists? That's what's really getting to me, because y'all make it seem like it's a 50-50% chance. Like, oh, he might me, he might not. Have you lost your mind? And before y'all answer that in the comments, because it is a question and I do want an answer, what percentage of men do y'all think are rapists? And when you answer, I want you to put it in the form of a sentence of the men that are in your life. So that way we can bring this back to reality. So I want you to say, of my 3 brothers, 2 of them are. Of my 6 male cousins, 3 of them are. Of my 5 male friends, 2 of them are. I want you to give me those numbers. And I think about this in real life because I have brothers in real life. And if somebody out there chose to be in the forest with a bear as opposed to one of my brothers because you thought there was even a chance that one of them might rape you, bitch, fight me right now. No, fight me right now.
Hey, you know, of course, CJ kind of being funny. What he said, you know, the woman was dry begging basically. And he was saying, well, you know, if you keep this up, you're gonna have to start researching your local pet store. You want a cat, you want a gerbil, you want a rat, you want a snake, whatever it is that you want, they can get it for you, right? Because you're gonna need some company. You're not gonna have the company of a man. You're not gonna have the companionship of a man with the way that you're acting. And most modern women don't understand that. They don't. They post videos like that, talking with such confidence. And you're like, what are you talking about right now? They think that, well, you know, their thought process is right a lot of times, because there's going to be some women out there, some boneheaded, silly thinking women that agree with what she got going on. There going to be some women that, yeah, you go, queen, you're definitely right, yada, yada, yada. And it's a bunch of stupidity. You know, maybe back in the day, men were like, I'll oblige, right? Even though I know what she's doing. You know, back in the day, you know, you had some women that would do that. Oh, it would be so nice if I can have somebody, handle this for me, and just kind of look at you slowly. They do that in the movie, but women were doing that back in the day, right? Or, oh, what does a girl have to do to get some help around here, right? But they were, when a man did it, they were so thankful. They were so grateful. Thank you so much. I couldn't have done it by myself, because she actually couldn't have. And so she had to do what? Make herself softer, make herself more feminine. Y'all don't do that. Y'all come in here like you Fat Joe or something. What's up, girl? Come in here like you gyro. Okay, Cookie Monster, calm down.
Men might not even realize that they're pushing their man away until it's too late, until he's gone. Here's how you notice. It's not always cheating that drives men out. It's disrespect, constant negativity, emasculinizing him, belittling him, and making him feel like no matter what he does, it's never enough. When men feel drained instead of inspired, they don't explode. They retreat. They stop opening up. They stop putting in effort. They stop fighting for the relationship. And then the women play the victim, acting blindsided when he finally leaves. But the truth is, you created an environment where he couldn't thrive, where his presence felt like a burden instead of a blessing. And men will not stay where they feel unvalued, unseen, unappreciated. So if your man is pulling away, stop pointing the finger at him and look in the mirror. You might be the reason. Respect him, admire him, build him up instead of tearing him down, because the moment he realizes peace exists without you, he'll never come back. And that's a hard truth most women don't want to hear.
My boyfriend actually doesn't like body piercings. That's just something he's not a fan of. And I had my belly button pierced since I was like 16. And he had mentioned it a lot. Like, hey, I don't like that. I don't like it. And so I took it out for him. And
Nice.
I'm happy. Like, if it makes him happy and he likes it, then more power to me and to him.
Sounds like people settle for what they can get versus what they really want.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's, like, your choice. Why would you need your husband's validation? Like, is it really that important?
If your husband said he didn't like your tattoo, would you get it removed?
Yeah, like, would you cut your nipples off if he was like, I don't like your nipples, I think they're too large?
That's completely different.
You think she should end the relationship because of this
That's
small
mutilation.
little thing? I mean,
No.
if he checks all these other boxes and he just wants the piercing out, bye-bye piercing.
No. He's bye-bye boy.
Yeah.
That's probably why you're
I
single.
mean, the
and
other
unhappy.
component
Well, I didn't
here-
get manipulated.
The other component.
How do you know she's unhappy?
Okay, let's.
I'm not even gonna comment.
Would you tell me if I got like really fat or
You guys you're not built like us. Guys can say to each other, and guys are like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I got to get my together. And women are just weak. So you say something, women are fragile. And here's they're also, no.
Stupid.
Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of truth to that. Women are,
Oh my God.
women are weaker and dumber than men.
Weaker and dumb or emotionally intelligent?
No. Women, in a lot of ways, you could just say women are pathetic. And so when you have to speak honestly, you have to talk to a woman like you would a child. Hey, sugar and a lot of carbs, they actually aren't that good for you. Unless you're going to expend a lot of energy, I think I might get into some tuna. Something like that.
I hate
Something like
you.
that.
I hate you so much.
But it's not your fault. It's really just being a woman.
Okay, thank you. Bye now.
There's also way more women on Earth than there are men. So some of us gonna have to choose to not have one. There's like 3 women to each man. So that's why it's very hard for a man to be faithful. That's why usually when you meet a man, he's either fresh out of a relationship. Like, men are never really fully single. Like, and then a lot of us don't want a lot of them too. So that's even less men. Now we're choosing from the ones that are attractive or they got a good job, or you're gonna have to choose somebody you don't really like. So that leaves even less men. So now women are competing for like these select few men, and that's why a lot of men cheat. It's so many to choose from. You always hear that like men don't have options, but at the same time I'm always hearing like the ugliest dude ever, like, oh, he cheated on me with like, and it's like 2 girls that are so beautiful, and it's like, how is this happening? It's happening every day because female desperation is a thing too. Like, when you've been alone for a long time and like you haven't learned how to love on yourself as a woman, sometimes you just start to accept a lot less, like just for love. That's why you gotta, when you're alone, you have to be cultivating yourself, or you're gonna go for like whatever.
Baby, I promise y'all, I just left a lounge where wasn't nobody in there but single black women dancing by themselves. It got so bad, I saw one woman go get the cook, a man, to go and dance 2-step with her. Let me tell y'all something, ladies, specifically black women, because That's my community, right? Man, not only are y'all going against the design of God, but because you're going against the design of God, baby, you looking desperate. You're thirsty for water, and God is telling you to go to the land of milk and honey where you forgive, heal, and love men again, but you're being hard-headed. Y'all can have that with y'all single behind. I'm going to the next spot. I don't give
what a man does for work. If he does not come home and contribute to your life, meaning helping you with the kids, helping you with the house, helping you with the laundry, he is not the one, sis. Yesterday I was upstairs cleaning. Now the house was completely destroyed. Like I had a really busy day working, answering some messages, posting content, just really catching up from being gone over the weekend. And then I went upstairs and I started doing laundry and getting all that sorted out. I hear Eric come home and he doesn't come upstairs and say anything to me. He doesn't come up there, tell me hi, kiss me, whatever. So I just finished doing what I'm doing. And then I come downstairs and the entire downstairs is clean. Dishes washed, counters wiped down, the floors are clean, everything is done. And he's in the greatest mood ever. And this is like a reoccurrence. This is actually something that happens all the time. Like he just comes home from work and he just cleans the house and he cooks dinner and he does the things that needs to be done so that we can have our time together in the night. And he said, I realized you probably had a busy day. Like you probably I had mentioned to him that I was like trying to get caught up.
But she don't go to work, right? And her man coming home from work and he cleaning the dishes and he cooking. Bye.
So he realized that. He took into note, like, okay, he didn't just come home and get angry that the laundry wasn't done or that the kitchen was dirty or the dishes or dinner wasn't done. He wasn't mad about any of that. He's just like, you know what, let me just clean up really quick, make some dinner. If you do not have a partner that comes home and it contributes to your life, you don't have a partner. You literally have
Bitch, what you talking about coming home and then I'm cooking and cleaning with you? What the you were doing all day anyways? You cleaning a one house. You're not cleaning the whole neighborhood. It shouldn't take you all day to do laundry. Laundry takes 2 hours max. Bro, see, this is what I'm talking about, man. They are simps out here. And I'm not saying helping your wife is a bad thing.
A lot of the reason why men are now saying, I'm not gonna open your car door and I'm not gonna pay your bill and I'm not gonna do is because you spent, ladies, years now, thanks to feminism, thanks to the indoctrination, thanks to I don't need a man, all this crap that you swallowed and then regurgitated like a dumb parrot. You spent years basically training these guys out of what was their natural instinct and saying, I don't need you to do these things for me. I don't need you to open the door for me. I can do it myself. I don't need you to pay the bill. I have my own money. I'm an independent woman. I don't need you to do any of this stuff. I don't need a man, right? And now that you said all that to the guys and they internalized it and they said, oh, really? Okay, well, I'm tired of hearing this. So you know what? Pay your own bill or split the bill or whatever, or I'm not going to be opening your door or whatever. Now you're like, where's all the gentlemen? Do you want to be a woman? Are you trying to be in the woman's role?
Why you would rather be trapped with a bear?
I would choose a bear because more often than not, if I'm not a threat to the bear,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like safe. It's like not a mama bear that's trying to protect her cub. Mm-hmm. Then more than likely they're not going to bother me. Like,
where you getting this information from?
I actually read a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I follow a lot of nature pages and like that. So
Mm-hmm.
as long as you look just as threatening to them, they'll leave you alone. And then after that, I'll go about my business. I don't trust men as much as I might trust an animal. Like animals, for the most part, they really do steer clear of us. A man, like he could be on anything. He could be tweaking in his head. I don't know what he's going through in his life. He might try to snatch me up when he.
What if the bear is fucked up too? What if the bear got like some severe trauma? Like they just gonna attack anybody?
I'll take that chance with a bear. I like animals. I don't.
You'd rather be attacked by a bear?
I've had experience with men already.
So wait. So let me ask you a question, right? Who you think you got a better chance fighting?
All right, see, now this is where y'all got me f***ed up.
Mhm.
Because it was a very blanket statement, a very black and white question.
Uh-huh.
Now y'all putting stipulations and extra.
All right, but you.
I've been like driving
Mhm.
on a regular street with the sidewalks and everything, and there's a bear right there, and there's also a random crazy man right there too.
Mhm.
And sometimes the crazy man might do something. You know, it's never really been like the bear does something. It's more so a fact
Unprovoked, right?
Yeah, it's
Do it
more so a
unprovoked.
fact of I'm angry, so I'm gonna attack them. I don't like this about them, so I'm gonna attack them.
I'm not a
Yogi Bear specialist or anything like that, but I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I've seen countless videos where you have to stand still and not react when a bear is even on you, touching you. You have to stand like a statue, and even if he presses up on you, you can't run.
Why are we pretending like these aren't still wild animals? If they both
You went to worst case scenario when it came to the man, but not the bear.
But realistically, people are in the forest all the time.
The man could just be as lost as you are. And just like you say, humans are more intellectual, so I can
but
figure
hold
out
on,
a way to get out
I'm trying to figure
the
out why
woods.
y'all trying to make us change how we
I'm
not make us, but y'all asked us a question, we answered. Y'all about for men. What?
I don't know why.
Man, y'all want to be in a boat with a man?
I just
want bump buddy?
You know, there was a woman, I think, maybe a few clips ago, talking about her husband came home from work and he started talking about, hey, you know, I thought, you know, I knew you're probably having a bad day, so I just decided to come in and clean all this up and get everything taken care of so you don't have to worry about that. There are going to be some days, because I think the guy was, who was kind of responding or reacting to it, he's like, well, you know, these guys are simp. I get where you're going, but there are going to be some days to where you do come home from work, and for whatever reason, they just having a bad day. For whatever reason, everything is off. Usually that person is spot on. Everything is done, or most things are done, and you might have to come home from work. Usually when you come home from work, you're tired, but you know, I got a little bit of energy. You know, I'm mentally tired, but if there's something that I can do without really thinking about it, like say for instance, I can watch TV and fold the clothes, I might be doing it for 30 minutes, but I can do that. I leave the clothes and I got to come back, you know, and put them up and stuff like that. I might be able to help out with that, but I'm pretty beat after work, to be honest with you. Right? If I can do something like that, I understand helping out around the house, but the majority of the house is yours. That's kind of the deal that we talked about. That's kind of the deal that we worked out, right? If I'm going to work and I'm providing in that way, then you're going to provide in this way. But it gets to be a problem, I think, especially for a lot of these modern women, when they don't want to do anything. Well, you know, you go to work and do all that stuff, but hire me a nanny to do that part. And now that makes me have to work even harder to get the nanny in there and do it on a regular basis. I can see if who's going to do it, you know, maybe once a month or something like that, and just do a deep clean. But you want a nanny, you want a maid, you want a chef, you want all of these things, and you're not even doing anything. I mean, God dog, even if you say, well, like, let's do like one of those meal prep things where they send you the stuff and you just pull it out and cook it. You don't even do that. You don't want to do anything. And the man has to come home from work after doing all that stuff, commute there, work all day, commute back home, and then he has to do your job. You're lazy.